few are presented with an opportunity to seize greatness. In beautiful Southern California, the PGF Championships introduce that opportunity of a lifetime. It's North America's best of the best. It's a celebration of the sport, and a champion is crowned now.
Sadie Beakley strikes out the side, and the Beverly Bandits are your national champions.
The very best softball players in North America gather at the True National Championship and the banks of the Pacific. Head on down the jetty, but then over to beautiful Irvine, California. There's no greater bedroom community in our country than Bill Barber Park, Deanna Manning Stadium. Premier Girls Fast Pitch National Championship, a Deep South representative team, the Birmingham Bolts, very regional, and the Tampa Mustangs. These are two programs that we find ourselves saying their names over and over annually. Hi there, folks, and welcome back to the ballpark. Welcome to the True Championship, as we talked about. We say her name a lot, Amanda Freed. She's an Olympic gold medalist and a national champion, one of the great voices of this sport. My name is Darren Sutton. We always go here, especially with programs like this that are traditional, that are winners a lot of late. We always talk about how important it is to win at this Platinum Division, because now you're laying a foundation. You get a buy into the highest level, the Premier, next year. These are two great teams that deserve to be playing up.
And both of these teams could have played up in that upper division, but now they have an opportunity to get that berth going into next year. This is some high-quality softball we're going to be seeing. They've worked hard all week long to get to this point, and they're ready to be crowned national champions.
And what's fun about this 14U age group, as we get to know the players one by one, is this is no longer the age of recruiting, at least contacting and recruiting these athletes. You have to wait all the way until that 16U age group, Paige Welch, Asher Thompson, Ellie Mitchell, Kennedy Cuthbert, Ansley Brown, Madison McHenry, Madison Kokoska, who moves into the circle. We'll have an update on why. Abigail Razaborski is behind catching, and Savannah Sevier is at the 9 slot. Leanna Bordage gets the call to work in the circle. Leanna, excited to see her go to work for the Tampa team. Amanda and I, glad you're here, glad you found us. This is such a fun event. Both of these teams, I mean, when you think about Tampa Mustangs, 27 overall national championships. They've got a handful here at PGF. Let's play. Let's do it. First one, curveball, dots the outside corner to Paige Welch. Number 44 in that jersey. She is the right fielder. Welch getting settled in. Right side of the batter's box. The 0-1 hits the inside corner. Tried to front door that one, if you will. A little spin on that one. Tried to go off the plate and hit the inside corner. Coach Alford, the head coach of these Bolts. Coach Pynes, Beth Pynes, the head coach of the Mustangs. Rise ball, and it's Alford that gets a swing and a miss.
You can already see the movement on Leanna's pitch from the circle. She's got a ton of control, great spin on her pitches, not overpowering, but she's able to hit a number of spots in, out, high, and low.
And there's Beth Pynes. She's done a great job with this team. The Tampa program, again, such a respected program through the years, what the Mustangs have done. Teddy Rosario is her assistant coach. Leonie's dad will introduce Leonie. And Emma Pynes, not your normal leadoff hitter, plays in center field as well. Good take on a pitch that dives low. Reddick Alford is the coach on the Bolt side. Part of this coaching staff since this team was formed. They were babies back in 2017, and a lot of them still together. Amy Sevier is on that staff. Joe McHenry as well, part of the coaching staff. Right out of the gates, Paige Welch gets things started with the single right back through the box. Welch, the athlete out of Abbeville, Alabama, would dream of playing at Florida State someday.
And a really nice patient at bat. Saw a little bit of everything. Went for the rise ball, laid off it the next time, got herself a great pitch and went up the middle.
Great two-strike approach to pick up that base hit. Asher Thompson out of Alma, Georgia, shortstop and a catcher, waves through that curveball, strike one. Well, what a versatile athlete that you can put Asher behind the plate. You can also put Asher out at short, which is where she plays today at Bacon County High School. She's a rising 9th grader. Dreams of the University of Florida someday as she takes that one high. Daughter of Bubba and Meg Thompson, and the big sis to Avery. Avery, all of 9 years old, watching her sister play. Frederick Alford's squad looking to grab the hardware and take it back to the deep south. Nice job, 2 strikes, spoiling a pitch away. Asher said, my summer's been full of softball, family, and friends. One thing I feel like I've learned this summer is how to be more of a team leader. So at that 14U age group, maybe on occasion, a coach will look to a younger player to deliver some messages to maybe keep one another accountable. Not everybody feels 100% every day as a player.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking just this week about how difficult it is to step up in that leadership role at this age. Some feels more natural than others.
Runner on the move. That one skips into center field. It's a stolen base for Welch.
And a good opportunity to steal and a nice jump. Showing off for speed on the base paths. Welch takes second.
Curveball, good take on a pitch that's just off the plate to Asher Thompson. Thompson has been a part of 3 state championship teams on the softball diamond and 1 basketball state championship. She's currently ranked overall number 4 in this class by Extra Innings Sports. 4.0 student as that one dives way in and off the plate. Big spin thus far for Leanna. Let's take a look at the defense as they work behind her. Eva Martinez, we talked about Emma Pynes in center, Maddie Ryder, it's Liani Rosario. Yamilet Cordova is the shortstop, Addison Allaire is the second baseman, and Sabrina Boyer with Lauren Doherty working behind the plate. Drops down a pretty bunt, looking to move those runners along. Right on top of it, Rosario. Executed on both sides, offensively and defensively. Runners on second and third, 1 out for the Bolts.
And does her job beautifully. Squares around early. You can see her eyes stay on the ball through contact and even a second longer to make sure that it's down in play. Sacrificing her at-bat to move both her teammates up into scoring position.
KC gets the call. This is Kennedy Cuthbert. She takes a curveball that's just outside and off the plate. By the way, Greg Walker is behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Jack Klingen, Benegigi, and Gary Cato round out our umpiring PGF crew in this one today as that one sails high. Kennedy's from Pike Road, Alabama. He said, I'd love someday to play at any Power 5 or Division I program. Want to play college softball. Pike Road Junior High, 8th grader this year. Good 2-0 pitch, got her to bite. There's our umpires with Greg quarterbacking behind the plate. Kennedy's been fortunate enough as she offers it that one 2-2 the count to go to some camps this summer, college camps, getting to know what it's like on a college campus, learn from college programs, did some tournaments, certainly some organized clinics through the Bolts. So a lot of these athletes, school's going to feel like they're doing less as that one hits the outside corner. Beautiful curveball. What a huge strikeout with runners on second and third.
Yeah, after going up a couple of pitches, great job of just painting the outside corner. Kennedy might have been expecting another pitch up by the eyes, but instead a nice curveball to catch her looking.
Gator looking for a 2-out RBI. This is Ansley Brown, or Gator as her teammates call her, from Jasper, Alabama. She takes strike 1. Her first year of high school is right around the corner. She'll be a 9th grader in Jasper, Alabama at Curry High School. And Ansley would love to play for the Florida Gators someday. The nickname Gator. Good pitch over the outside.
Gator is one of the fastest slappers in her 27 class, so I love slappers up in this situation with runners on base because they could really cause a lot of chaos in the infield.
She does run, take a slap at that one. It's kept alive out there in left field. That's a break right there. Let's see if she cashes in. Eva Martinez unable to make the play.
That's exactly what you want to get those quick slappers to do, is get that ball up in the air. Yeah,
yep.
An easy out. So just unfortunately, that ball's got a lot of spin. It's tailing away. And
one and two the count to the daughter of Tracy and David. She's got 3 older siblings. Anna, who is 27, Skylar is 20, and unfortunately, a little bit more than a half-decade ago, she lost her older brother, JP, at just 21 years old, so she always plays to honor him. Nice job spoiling a rise ball. Both her sisters played competitive softball. Mom played competitive softball as well. It's a 4.0 student. The 1-2. Slaps that one into the hole. Base hit left field. Big aggressive turn at third. The runner stays put. That's a 2-out RBI for Ainsley Brown. Gator gets it done.
so she really took advantage of another opportunity here, and not going to get caught on that screwball this time. Doesn't even try to swing full through, just squares her barrel up and puts it right in that 5-6 hole. That was just beautiful placement for the RBI.
From Nashville, Tennessee, more 2-out magic they hope off the bat of Madison McHenry, the right-handed hitter. Runner was on the move. They look to draw the throw to second. Instead, they snap behind the runner, who's back in with a head-first slide in Asher Thompson. Stolen base for Ainsley Brown. Second and third again for McHenry, who aspires someday to wear an SEC or ACC uniform. Back to the screen it goes. In the ever-evolving world of college sports, who knows what teams that might be, but she'd love to play in either conference.
You got it, Tim. Let's go, kid.
Mad Dog, they call her, Madison. 1-2 the count. Madison is the daughter of Ashley and Joe. But you get to play quite a few new positions this summer. Experience the meaning of being a utility player. Right in on the hands, good pitch, popped up right side. Under it is Addison Allaire, and she makes the play in time for the out. Nothing hurts worse than a 2-out RBI, and nothing inspires emotion than the team that delivers it. The Bolts lead it 1-0, championship game. Madison Kokoska steps into the circle, gets ready to go. A late change, and we'll explain to you why as we introduce you to both sides, the offensive side and the defensive side. Emma Pynes leads it off. Madison Ryder, Sabrina Boyer, Addison Allaire, Leanna Bordage will hit for herself. Cameron Willissa, Liana Rosario, the third baseman. It's Martinez, it's Cordova for the Mustangs out of the west coast of Florida. Madison getting the late call to work in the circle. They're going to miss Brianna Williams, who injured enough to be unable to go, was supposed to be in this circle. They are excited and pulling, trying to win it for Brianna. His first pitch swinging. That's a high fly ball to center field, off the base of the wall. Emma Pynes flies on around. Nice to get to know you, Emma. That's a double. Just at least let us introduce you first.
I just looked up and saw the ball fly into the fence. First pitch swinging, great contact on that middle out pitch. Wasting no time. A lot of times that first pitch is the best one you're going to get in an at bat. If you can stay on time, you can send it a long way.
They're thinking it might get out. You can hear the excitement. Emma, by the way, is from Orlando, Florida. Timber Creek High School. Has had a chance to do a lot of special things. Beautiful bunt. Charging, fielding, firing, played very well by Kennedy Cuthbert. Maddie Ryder with the sacrifice bunt. Maddie moves the runner into scoring position. Mustangs getting right back after it, aren't they?
Yeah, we're not having even a chance to introduce these athletes. They're just making it a go at it so quickly. Nice sacrifice bunt, and a runner already in scoring position.
Zabby Boyer out of Orlando, Florida as well. Corner defender on the infield or an outfielder if needed. Windermere High School will be her freshman year upcoming. Had a chance to play for the Puerto Rican national team in Lima, Peru. Based on her family heritage, what an incredible experience for her. Slightly open stance. This is a dangerous hitter. Defensively, Xavier Mitchell, Welch outfield, Cuthbert, who made a nice play a minute ago, Thompson, Brown, McHenry on the infield. Abigail Ray-Saborski does the catching, and Kokoska is in the circle. Takes a stab at that one and comes up empty. So Braden was saying having that opportunity to go to Peru to represent the Puerto Rican national team at that younger age group, she said, I just learned how amazing it was to represent my country. Her dad, Orlando, her mom, Michelle. High fly right field, looking to create some offense. Pretty good throw to the plate, but it's an RBI. Get him on, get him over, get him in, and it's 1-1. RBI Boyer.
Now batting, designated player, number 2.
A quick response by the Mustangs with the runner on third base. Just enough on this fly ball into right field. Great job of doing her job. Boyer gets it deep enough. Nice throw home, but it's good enough for the sacrifice.
Inside corner, strike one to Addison Allaire from Trenton, Florida. Allaire, a second baseman, primarily a pitcher, but a really good athlete, has the flexibility to move around and help her team on the infield as well. Probably see her in the circle at some point in this game as she gets just a piece of that drop ball. Allaire would love to play at Auburn someday. Has loved and cherished her experiences this summer. The sacrifices to get her there made by Dave and Tammy, her parents. Addie hits it hard into right center field on a line for a base hit. Using the big part of the ballpark. Didn't try to pull that softball. What a good approach.
Yeah, nice hitting. Mustangs all around. Allaire, similar middle outside pitch and just goes with that ball.
The pride of Gainesville and working in the circle, Leanna Bordage now. Lifts that one foul on a beautiful evening. Sun's still with us. It won't go into the Pacific for quite some time. Here at the Anna Manning Stadium in Bill Barber Park. What a great facility this is. We consider ourselves lucky each and every year we return. Tough pitch right in on the knuckles. Elevated, but not before. A quick punch back for the Mustangs, the pride of Tampa, Florida. This is going to be a good one. These are two blue blood programs, and they're playing like it offensively. Boy, we wish we could see Bree Williams in the circle. She's a Maryland native. She's a pitcher, very talented. Heck, she'd love to play at Duke, Michigan, Tennessee, or Florida State. Injured in last night's game, so she cheers for her team, but they play for her. Let's listen to the shout-out.
We want to give a shout-out to our pitcher, Bree, who got hurt in last night's game, and we're going to win it all for her.
Yeah! Very nice. They have their championship credentials. We caught them on their way in. Excellent stuff. That's this sport, though, right? That's this sport, and you're not getting here if you don't have that attitude. You're not getting to the championship without that.
And at the end of the day, it takes everybody on the team.
Right away, Madison Kokoska, who hopped into the circle and is going to work. Takes that one right out of the catcher's mitt. 1 ball and 1 strike the count to Madison. From Sugar Hill, Georgia. Red is her nickname. Rakowska pitches, can play utility. Lanier High School, where she's a 9th grader. That rise ball has her coming up empty. Madison, the daughter of Michelle and Michael. And trying to take up for her mate, who's watching right now. Down off the end of the bat. How about that? Seeing eye single into right field. What a pretty approach. Kept the bat flat enough for long enough in the zone to serve it to right.
And a nice full swing on this ball down in the zone. Goes down and gets it and lifts it just over the head of Cameron over there at second.
Abigail Rysaborski pops up a bunt. That's a fair ball, and that's a tough break. Happened very quickly. Communication didn't prevail, and I think in a spot like that, when it's popped up so low to the ground, it's really tough when bodies come close together. Let's watch.
And everyone was charging on this bunt, and everyone was calling it also. So when you've got your eyes on the ball and you're verbalizing, sometimes you can't hear your teammate. So everyone was going for it. Unfortunately, the gloves collided as the ball was hitting.
Looks like we may put a runner out there, the Bolts. Sasha Campbell will hop out there. Campbell will run.
Relax, Abby, do your job, babe. There's 24.
Sasha's from Kissimmee, Florida. Windermere Prep, where she'll be an 8th grader. Would love to play at Stanford or UCLA someday.
We'll take her. Perfect.
Number 9 hitter, Savvy gets a chance, and we'll have a quick gathering right out of the gates to talk things over. Tampa Mustangs, 35 seasons. They've represented Florida numerously in national championship tournaments. At different events, if you're inclusive of all events, they've won at least one national title in each age group from 10U to 18U. That includes here at PGF multiple times. And it's a very talented program as well, those Bolts. Usually 10 to 12 Bolts Premier teams from ages 8U to 18U. The facility, the main facility in Birmingham, but players from all over the South. We can't say it enough. These are two really respected programs.
And these are two programs that athletes travel distances to be a part of because this is the type of competition they play in.
From Salem, Alabama, the home of Savvy Sevier. As you saw in the graphic, would love to go to Ole Miss someday. A rising 8th grader at South Girard. Amy and Trey, her parents. Well, they're sniffing that bunt out right on top of her on the corners. Boyer, Rosario, 1st and 3rd respectfully. Savvy's mom played college softball at Auburn. Dad played college baseball at a junior college, Southern Union in Alabama. 3rd base line, but foul. 1-2 the count. And Savvy also plays competitive volleyball. Can't get too tight now with 2 strikes. They actually let it breathe just a little bit. Good take on a screwball outside.
Yeah, the infield's definitely pinched in for some short game.
Into the screen it goes. Savannah's favorite player to watch play. She said, I've learned a lot from her. And it looks like got an illegal swing there, and they'll call her out on that one. She stepped out of the box. We'll see. Foot on the plate with the swing.
She's up on that line when she starts.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, foot's over the plate.
That's exactly what occurred. Unfortunate break there. With runners on 1st and 2nd. Paige Welch pops that one up to the right side. But to finish the thought, Savannah loves watching Jada Coleman play. That's how she controls the outfield. Love how she works. Savannah, a left fielder. She'll get another opportunity in a bit. Paige singled, stole a base, and scored to open up this ball game. Given name Ensley, nickname Paige. She's played varsity and JV softball at her school since the 6th grade. 6th grade, the offensive MVP for her varsity team. I'll say that again. In 6th grade, she was the offensive MVP for her high school varsity team. I'm doing some reflecting in 5'18" on that team. And I got to step my game up a little bit.
Oh, man.
What a credit to her, huh? Beautiful curveball. That's strike 3. A couple of huge outs.
This is a huge inning. If the Mustangs are able to get out of this without a run scored, that would be an enormous uplift. Catches are looking on the outside corner. It's a gutsy pitch right over the heart.
One and 0 the count to Asher Thompson. Thompson walked back in the first inning, eventually was stranded, had moved all the way around to third base. Top of her graduation class with a 4.0 GPA. Played a lot of sports, had a lot of injuries to go along with those. She's had surgery 3 different times in her young life. She said her favorite player to watch, well, it's the entire Oklahoma team. Their energy, their talent, and their faith, according to her, untouchable, she said. Into the dirt, runners move up. Now look what a single does.
That makes a huge difference having runners on second and third. Now you could look for a little mishit, a little blooper, a pass ball. There's so many more opportunities to score.
Beautiful pitch. 3-1 the count. Let's just wrap around the inside corner.
Ooh, not off by much. Maybe down a half ball, but that's a pretty nice pitch.
The 3-1. Love watching pitchers and their approach, their mindset, the thought process with their coach and their catcher. You make what looked to be a strike and a really good pitch, try to hit the inside corner with the front door curveball. Then you change the line of sight. That was ball 4, but she knew she'd get a swing. It looked so good. Back up there, head on the line. Hit hard, but right to Addison Allaire, the second baseman. Got out of it. Incredible stuff. 1-1. What an incredible week for these athletes. A great gathering at the opening ceremonies. Jordy Ball, the guest speaker, the celebration of the sport. And a celebration of teammates. It made for such an incredible, such a big part of this event, the opening ceremonies. PGF started off with the coaches banquet. I know you and I were lucky enough to be a part of that. Then right into the opening ceremonies, getting all those bats checked, getting checked in, getting ready to go. This is an all-encompassing event. It's not just show and go and about hotel nights. It really isn't. It's such a family experience, too, and these athletes really get to bond at events like those opening ceremonies.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Sometimes I look on social media and I read through some posts. There was a question about opening ceremonies. Is it important? Is it a waste of time? Absolutely, that's where memories are made for these young athletes. When they go, they remember those moments, especially when it's as engaging as the opening ceremony they just went to, with the people they get to meet and the experiences there. I mean, it's second to none, really.
Waiting in the wings for their next opportunity to get out and play. Everyone wants to play in this stadium. That means you're left standing at the end. Curveball misses outside. This is Cameron Walissa, the second baseman. Cam made the play on that line drive to end the last inning. I think I said Addison, but it was Cameron that made that play on the line drive. 2-1 the count. She's out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. Would love to play at Tennessee someday. Travel to Tennessee. Had a chance to go play in some events in that state. The daughter of Leanne and Brandon. Beautiful drop ball, and the count is 2-2. Boy, that was heavy.
This is a nice swing. That ball's down. Look at the spin on that pitch. It's a peel drop down in the zone, starts at about the thighs, ends up just below the kneecaps.
And she elevates. Boy, what a fun sequence that was pitching-wise as Asher Thompson, the shortstop, makes the play for the out, one away.
Over the top of this ball, nice high chopper, simple play over to first.
Now batting, third baseman, number 1, Leonie Rosario.
Leonie calls it a crazy summer. That's what it's been like, Leonie Rosario, but in a good way. 1-0 the count. A lot of softball, a lot of fun time, seeing my family. Something I would share is that I take every game, every inning, every pitch, and enjoy the moment because, in her words, you never know when this could be the last game you play. Pretty thoughtful approach and attitude for someone just 14 years old. Love to hear that. And there's a good example. Rolled to the left side. Brindley Alford, by the way, working in the circle now for Kokoska. Alford, number 10.
You can already see the change in the swings. Alford's got that nice peel drop, a lot of down spin, so she's inducing a lot of over-the-top ground balls.
Popped up.
I spoke too soon.
Ansley Brown makes the play.
Making the adjustment.
Now batting, left fielder, number 9, Eva Martinez.
Eva Martinez. Eva from Orlando, Florida. Discovery Middle School, where she's an 8th grader. Eva would love to play for the Florida Gators someday. Over the circle it goes. Only play right out front to make, and it's made very cleanly. A couple of nice plays this inning by the shortstop, Asher Thompson. 14U Platinum National Championship. I'm gonna tell you something too about this PGF. One thing I've learned, that you can't beat the food. Got the grill going down the right field line, everything. The protein is good, the bowls are great. He's proteining up. He's gonna be in the weight room later tonight. He's gotta get his protein in there, a little carb load to go along with some rice. There you go. All the time. Always good stuff. Just a reason to stop by if you're loving softball.
Number 15,
Ellie Mitchell.
Ellie Mitchell.
First pitch is a strike over the outside corner. When you ask the coaching staff for the Bolts, they'll tell you the strengths are our strong defense, especially on the infield. Diverse pitching staff, lots of velo and spin. 0-2 very quickly. Team first mentality from all of our players. They've pushed each other to be better, support each other through all the occasions. We have power, we have speed, and keep teams off balance when they battle us. Those are the words of the coaching staff as that screwball's way outside. Lines that one foul. The Bolts were formed in 2005. Players from all parts of the country, they share that, but it really is kind of all the southern states. You see a lot of Georgia, Florida, northern Florida, Pensacola area, as that one is high. Certainly Alabama, Mississippi. Have a private 2-field complex, field turf surface. Private practice field as well. Clay infield, Bermuda grass outfield. 13,000 square foot indoor training facility. So they've got some great facilities. The sport's come a long way, baby, hasn't it?
Yeah, which is why families want to be a part of an organization like that. They're treated well, they train well, they play the best competition in the nation. They've got those values that you talked about.
Boy, Ellie's just being a pest, isn't she? Good pitch after good pitch from Leanna. Mitchell spoiled 3 or 4 in a row now.
After falling 2 strikes early in this at-bat.
His mom played at Valdosta State in Georgia, a 4-year pitcher at the collegiate level. Uncle played in the Giants organization on the baseball side. She earned herself a base hit. You know, it's one thing to have a great at-bat and have it end, and you think, okay, well, I made her work. It's another thing to have a great at-bat and get a hit.
Yeah, she just kept on this until she got a pitch. She get the whole barrel on. Did that so well right by Rosario over at third.
Number 12, Kennedy Alford.
You take a look at all of Alabama and all of the high school softball players. As that one, a curveball, good pitch, gets a swing and a miss. And it's a stolen base for Ellie.
Aggressive on the first pitch, nice jump, taking a peek in to make sure contact isn't made, and then gets that body in there.
Kennedy struck out looking back in the first inning. And to finish the thought on the state of Alabama, this is a 7th grader last year, she'll be an 8th grader this year, who made her varsity team. She homered 14 times on her varsity high school team, which was 2nd in all of the state of Alabama in 6A class.
As a 7th grader.
As a 7th grader. And the Montgomery, Alabama all-area softball team, high school players. Pike Road High School in Alabama. And she's a Duke Tip Scholar too, honor roll student, 4.0. Beautiful pitch, hits the outside corner. Good late spin to that one. Is that 3 or 2? I think she thinks it's 3. And the circle, Leanna's thinking that's strike 3. All right. 2-2 the count.
So I think when that bag was stolen, it was a swing through on the strike, and I don't think anybody had seen.
I thought it was strike 3 as well.
Yeah, I
Leanna,
think that the umpire missed because it was called a ball on the board. I don't think the umpire saw the swing through on the steal.
Leanna, you got a little extra work to do. Wow, good pitch. Screwball right in under the hands. There's some precision to what Bordage is doing.
She is having to work for this out. Wow.
The Gainesville, Florida native grinding in the circle, the 3-2. Lifted, left field. She got her out. And the play is made by Ava Martinez. All right, we can all move on now.
Yeah, I think it would have bothered us a lot. No, maybe not us so much, but Leanna, if that had led to a run scored. It was a long at-bat.
You did it. You did her job for a long time. I did it on the baseball side, but we know when we strike someone out. You know when you strike someone out. Here's Ainsley Brown, who singled in a run, had an incredible 2-out RBI. Looks to do it again, lifts it into left field. Late reaction, may have lost it for just a second, and then unable to make the play, Ava Martinez. Not sure if the reflections, but she did freeze for just a moment when it came her way.
And a big deep breath out there. That's a tough ball to defend against. It's got a lot of that spin coming off of that bat towards the left field line. Sometimes you have to overplay that by a little bit to compensate for the spin and the movement of the ball.
Madison McHenry popped up to the second baseman back in the first inning. 1-1 our score. 14U Platinum Championship game. The team out of Tampa, Florida in those pretty blue tops. Lighter blue, Carolina blue, if you will, with navy sleeves, and the Bolts, purple and gold, their primary colors. They like those colors up in LA out here. As that one is high. Bolts do something great on their sleeve. The home state is represented on the right sleeve because they are a team with players from multiple states around the South. Takes a shot at that right field line. That's down for a base hit. Big aggressive turn and stopping at third. There's Ellie Mitchell. Madison McHenry with a single. Bases loaded.
Look at the hips go forward, the hands stay back, but her body stays to right field. A nice job with the line drive to right. And with one out, the Bolts are going to hold with the bases loaded.
Looks like we may see a change here. Addison Allaire, who was the DP, will step into the circle. Now we may see Leanna again. But Addison Allaire gets the call.
Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 2, Addison Allaire.
We talked about Addison, who is a really talented, diverse athlete, can help multiple places on the field. Would love to play at Auburn someday. This is a player that, going back to 6th grade, had a chance to make her high school team, winning a 1A state title. Played second base for her high school team. Dave and Tammy, her parents.
All right, let's go to work. Here we go.
Tampa makes a move. They go to an athlete who's also a great student, 4.1 GPA, Addison Allaire.
Madison Kokoska.
Addison says velocity 63 to 65, 2-seam, screwball, curveball, rise ball, changeup. That's the tool shed that she brings out to the mound with her. Madison Kokoska. Skied right side, very shallow right, back of first base, not deep enough to have that runner tag, so everybody stays put. Madison, that'll make you feel good.
Yeah, that's a huge out to come in and get for your team. Now there's a lot of options for outs with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Abigail Raciborski from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 1-0 the count. The count with the bases full. 1-1 our score. Pretty pitch hits the inside corner. She had a great answer about this summer, and it sums up what can be the challenges and the growth in softball. She said, this summer it's been a grind. We've had tournaments back-to-back, no break, delayed games, canceled games, and a game that ended after midnight only to have to be back at the field at 6:30 in the morning. She said, but I'm better for it. That time, though, unable to drive the runners in. She said, I've learned the importance of mindset and how it can alter your income. 1-1 our score. One of the great events in all of high school softball and summer softball is, for my money anyway, the Futures game. Because it's athletes that still have 1 or 2 more years to play, and they play one another. And it's the big sisters against the little sisters. This PGF Futures game, I think, for me, Dan Hay and team did a wonderful job. I love the high school All-American game, but we're bidding adieu to those athletes. We're sending them off to campus. I'm a little biased to the Futures game. I think it's wonderful.
I know, I love it. And it was really fun to see that entire juniors team full of commits and then that entire sophomores team fully uncommitted, and to know that next year that could be a fully committed roster as well. And those are going to be the athletes that we see 2-3 years down the road in college playing on TV, and this is just the first step.
Bouncing ball. Fair ball is the call. Flying on around. Yamilet Cordova heading toward third. The shortstop in there standing up. How about 3 bases for Cordova?
And this is just over the third base bag, out of the reach of Cuthbert at third base. Wow, doesn't get any closer than that, so that'll go deep into the corner and get her all the way over to third.
Cordova, the Orlando native, hopes to play D1 softball someday. Yami, as her mates call her. Orlando Christian Prep, her school. Kayla and Emil Carr, her parents. Toward the hole, base hit, RBI. Emma Pynes, who doubled to open up her team's offense earlier in this game. Pitches in with another hit. This one drives in a run. It's 2-1.
And the Mustangs, yeah, after getting themselves out of the big bases loaded inning, comes up quickly with the runner on third, getting that RBI to put themselves ahead.
Maddie Ryder from Vieira, Florida. Takes a pitch down and in right at her shoe tops. Daughter of Jennifer and Mark Ryder. She's got fun family history, great diamond history. As that one misses outside. Her great-grandfather, minor league baseball coach for the Orioles, Yankees, and Expos in the 70s. Matter of fact, he was Cal Ripken Jr.'s first ever minor league coach. That's her great-grandfather. Stabs at that one. Looked like she offered. 2-1. Maddie also plays volleyball. Right out in front of the plate. That's a sure-handed play, but not in time. Zaborski hopped out, did everything she could, fired a bullet to first. How about Maddie flying?
Yeah, we were told she's got a ton of speed down to first base. Just beats it out. It's got that long final stride. That's a great call.
Popped it up, it dies, picked up, and everybody's safe for the Mustangs. Little backspin as it came away from the circle. By the time it settled in, though, Abigail Zaborski couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, that ball had just enough hang time and distance where it couldn't be caught, but fielders had to wait a split second, yeah, and then pops right back into the glove. You almost think maybe, I don't know if that would have gone foul if you let it roll. That's a tough call because it's so far out in front of the plate. But the small ball is really going in favor of the Mustangs.
Yeah, tough, quick decision. You're exactly right. I guess as you get older and you're able to slow the game down, you realize, well, I may as well give a shot at letting it roll. Everybody's going to be safe anyway.
Right. That's tough, though, when you're also just trying to be as quick as you can to make that play.
This game's so fast, you can get it even faster. And you could take someone who's been playing for a lot longer that still might have made the same decision. Addison singled back in the first inning. 2-1 the score. The Tampa Mustangs on top of the Birmingham Thunderbolts, 14U. Platinum national title game, PGF. Little roller out towards short. The play right out front at third base. A run scores, though. Maddie Ryder is erased. Asher Thompson to Kennedy Cuthbert on the 6'5" fielder's choice. Emma Pynes scores.
It's just a decision that has to be made to get an out, and I think it's a good decision.
At first base, number 18, Katie Joffre-Furno.
Katie Joffre-Furno.
Now batting, number 8, Leanna Burbage.
Furno runs it first. Joffrey's from Orlando, Florida, Joffre-Furno. Timber Creek High School, a 9th grader. 0-1 the count. Katie running it first is the daughter of Jeanette and Karen. Jake, her younger brother, is 12 years old. As that one misses outside. Leanna, her team on top 3-1. Sees that one miss just off the plate. 2-1 the count. Brindley Alford continues to grind in the circle. Drop that back shoulder, try to drive it out of here, and it's foul. I'm telling you, Amanda, I'm feeling it. Someone's knocking one out of here in this game.
I can see that.
We only had one all of last week in the high school All-American game. Mia Williams. Hopped up, shallow right. Back of second base, the play is made by Ainsley Brown. 2 outs in the inning.
Hey, good job, good hit.
Now batting, second baseman, number 24, Cameron Wawasa.
One 1-0 the count. We'll hear from Beth Pynes, the head coach of the Tampa team. Just a bit after that, Coach Alford. Melissa grounded out to short. 2-0 the count.
And Alford's throwing that drop ball in the outside part, staying up just a little, maybe off the plate, but when she throws that through the zone, she's going to get those ground balls. It's exactly what she's looking for right now, something easy to the left side of the field. Get that force out at third, second, or over to first.
Melissa's favorite subject is science. As a matter of fact, she's got her eyes on being a marine biologist someday. Loves to draw as well, so art's on that list of favorite subjects. She had a great line. She said, my favorite teacher currently is my mom because I homeschool. Right in on the hands, just in front of the second base bag. The shortstop, Asher Thompson, makes the play. A couple of big hits in the inning. A triple, a single, and an RBI. Getting it done. 3-1 the score. The Tampa Mustangs on top. 14U Platinum PGF title game. Tampa Mustangs on top by a score of 3-1. Their head coach is Beth Pynes. She joins us from down in the dugout. Beth, thanks for spending time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So 4 years you've had this team together, 8 of the original athletes from when you guys started. This has got to be fun to be at this point playing in the final game of this event, knowing that you all know each other pretty well.
Yeah, it's we've grown the last 4 years. We started off as just wanting to have a team where we have all 09s together to grow together, and I feel like we've accomplished that. This is our first time in California, so we're super excited.
Well, welcome to California. I'm curious how your week has been. What has it been specifically with this team that's gotten you to today?
We have had solid defense. Our bats have been going. Our pitching has been amazing. Our catching, just all around, they have just been tuned in, and they've been ready to play ball. They're excited to be here.
Well, Coach, what can you tell me about that center fielder out there? Because her couple of at-bats have been incredible. As you guys said in your scouting report, not your normal leadoff hitter. Tell us how proud you are of that center fielder.
Yeah, she has been seeing the ball really, really well this week. She's comfortable in the one spot. Normally not your leadoff batter. Lots of power, and she's fast. She's my baby. I love her.
All right, and it's always yes ma'am, no ma'am at home too.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
She's locked in. I got you.
I got to yank her by her ponytail a few times in her softball, but at home we're good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a father of 4 daughters, all athletes, so I totally understand that. Well, so to me, for a national audience that's watching this, final question for you. Kind of explain to us what this program means. The Tampa Mustangs, look, out here in California, everyone knows about you guys, and what does that mean to be a part of a program with standards like that?
This is our first season with the Mustangs.
Yep.
We just converted. We're just excited because all our girls are from Florida. Most of us are within a 2-hour radius of each other. So we're just excited to represent Florida.
Beth, thank you very much. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, and I want to give a shout out to Mama Mustang. She's in the hospital, but we're playing for you.
Nice. Who is that real quick? Who is that?
That is the person who started the Mustangs, his wife.
Okay.
She passed away. The 1981 stands for the year that the Mustangs started.
Okay.
And Sherry, her daughter, runs the Mustangs organization now.
Okay.
But her mom is in the hospital.
Well, let's get well. Thank you for that shout out. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, we were talking about that in 1981. We have our answer now. It really is a traditional program then. That's a long time. Pulling in the hands, on the move, Savannah Sevier, who is quick, to say the least, is erased on a ground out. Walissa over to Boyer.
Now, when you have somebody that quick, you love for him to bring it with him to the right side so you have an easier play at first base.
For the Thunderbolts, right fielder, number
I like Coach Beth Pynes.
Welch.
Very nice. What a fun experience to come all the way from Florida to spend a week out here in California.
Yeah, first time. And I love that so many of the girls have been together for that many years. I mean, talk about building camaraderie, and so this is going to be a fun trip for them.
Good screwball. That's the inside corner for a strike to Paige Welch. Welch, the right fielder, singled, stole the bag, came around to score, also struck out. Struck out looking. High fly, left field, tied her up. Good pitch, had enough spin in on the hands, and I think when Welch swung at that one, she had big thoughts, but then it was tough to bring the hands that far in. That's 4 in a row sat down now by Addison.
Number 7, Asher Thompson.
Asher Thompson walked. She also lined to second base. Line drive, down, base hit into center field. Asher's been on a couple of times as she gets this going here for the Bolts. Down 3-1.
Some early swinging. Nice pitch, a lot of spin on the outside corner. Just takes her time to square it up, follows through. Pretty swing up the middle.
One 1-0 the count to Ellie Mitchell. Ray Seymour founded this organization, meaning the Tampa Mustangs, as they work defensively. They lost him back in 2016 at 72. Jeff Cathy started the travel softball organization. Their stated goal was to give local girls an opportunity to continue to play competitively at a high level after rec leagues were finished. First travel softball team on the west coast of Florida, these Mustangs.
Well, they have done pretty good building a program out there. This really is at every age group. This is the organization that you see making runs through these tough tournaments.
Allison Mitchell from Marietta, Georgia. Ellie. The 1-2 to Ellie. He slaps that one foul. Pretty sack bunt back in the first inning. And a single and a stolen base in the third inning. You make the varsity high school team at Lassiter High School, which is a huge high school just outside of Atlanta, you can play. That's what she was able to do. Little roller, still inside the circle. That's an easy chance for Addison.
Now that ball called foul off the foot. I thought that was a great pitch by Lair to come in really hard. That's uncomfortable. I don't know.
Runner on the move, beautiful throw. In time! Lauren Doherty throws a bolt out there to second base and guns down a bolt. Let's hope, though, that Asher Thompson's okay. She's down. Show it to you one more time. This is all about Doherty's throw. Got rid of it so quickly.
Yeah, nice pitch. Brings her up and out of the zone a little, but that nice low throw.
Well, step aside. Good to see her up, moving around. Shaking it off there, 3-1. Well, we've really been spoiled through the years to understand how strong this program is for these Bolts as they keep an eye and make sure everything's okay. Head coach is Frederick Alford joining us down inside the dugout. Frederick, thanks for being with us. I'm going to ask you a simple question first for our national audience. What does it mean to put that Bolts uniform on for these athletes?
It means a whole lot. Can't say enough about the program. First of all, thankful for the opportunity from the Shea family for letting us represent them.
Talk a little bit about your pitcher out there in the circle. She's doing a fantastic job of coming in, kind of settling the waters, throwing a nice little drop ball. What she got left in her tank?
We'll see. Kind of leave it at that. She's through well, spins the ball well. We'll see what she can do, how long she can go. We've got her other kind of back tuned in. If need be, she's ready to come back in.
Yeah, and I understand you're trying to keep an eye on what to do with Asher, making sure she's okay. So thank you very much for introducing us to your team and some of the attitudes down there. Best of luck to you, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, they're in the middle of making coaching decisions right now with players, and with that slide, you got a really important player that it looked like it was somewhere. We always stay away from being a doctor here, but it looked like it was somewhere down below the elbow, maybe in the hand or the wrist area in that slide.
Yeah, it always makes you nervous, too, when you go in. You've got the fingers, the wrists, the shoulders.
Oh, that's exactly. You can see right there. She got the spikes with that
right.
left hand. That's exactly what happened. Melissa went down to pop the tag down as she just took a natural step toward the runner. Just a frustrating collision there. She's getting ready to go back out there and play, huh? I mean, this is the shortstop. Understand, this is...
Yeah, it's just your glove hand. It's fine, right?
That's said by a very tough person.
Good job, Asher.
What a nice job, and we appreciate, obviously, Frederick Alford. I knew he was in the middle of decision time when he was nice enough to answer our questions. Joe McHenry, Amy Sevier was down there as well. That's their coaching staff. All right, here we go. Let's keep an eye on Asher. Let's see how it affects her. Hopefully does not at all defensively. Liane Rosario popped up to the second baseman. 3-1 the score. Bottom half of inning number 4. Pulled out to the left side. Eddie Cuthbert quickly turns it into an out. Nice play on one hop and a strong arm.
Very nice job of staying down, coming in across, taking her time because she's got some time and getting that out.
Grayson Needle gets the call to hit. Number 13 in that jersey for Ava Martinez's spot. Grayson Needle. First pitch swinging. It's a high fly to center field. Mitchell is there to put it away. There's a little bit about Grayson. The Kings Academy would love to go play at Florida State someday.
Now batting, shortstop, number 10.
Grayson makes her home in West Palm Beach, Florida. She's the daughter of Brian and Kim. 3-1, Needle and her team on top. Yami Cordova was flying around the bases last time she was up. She tripled into that corner down the left field line. Firm, hard ground ball, hopped right over the bag at third. And I mean by inches fair, but fair enough for 3. She could run, couldn't she?
She was flying around the bases, and that ball got caught up on the fence out there in left field. Great way to start that inning.
Pop foul back behind home plate. So you're in the circle. I'm going to take you back in time, and you see a hitter with an open stance. Not dramatic, but open like Cordova's. Are you telling yourself anything as a pitcher?
I always saw it as kind of being exposed a little bit. I loved the inside corner, so I wouldn't shy away from the inside corner. I just have to be a little bit better, just in case it didn't completely close off. But
that's on the other side, but that's pure painting, that drop ball in the outside corner.
yeah, and that drop ball is nice. It's got a lot of really tight spin.
2-2. Hit hard, tried to give it another run, but it's just foul.
Almost identical to that last triple.
Some loud contact. Listen to this, loud contact. Leave no doubt, she can cover the outside corner. She
got
just
all the way
did.
out there.
Popped up, same spot away. This one to the right side, looking into the sun and making the plays. Ansley Brown. That is a 1-2-3 inning. Brindley Alford set him down quite quickly. 14U Platinum title game. What an incredible week it was, along with the All-American game and the Futures game. There was hardware handed out, certainly. The Fusion national team, the Platinum champions, the Texans, and they brought the hardware back. An incredible job. This was an amazing game with the Atlanta Vipers so dominating, winning that 18U national championship. The Vipers program. This an incredible way to end the game. The Sorcerers with one hop to the plate. Bowl game with the tag at the plate. Team out of Northern California defeating a team out of the heart of America in the Midwest in Kansas City. Sorcerer again victorious. Rock Manetta beats the Bandits out of Fort Myers, Florida. Johnny Manetta, Rock Gold, the 18U Premier Champions. There were a lot of tears flowing in that game, tears of joy. I talked to Johnny this week, the head coach of Rock Gold, and that hardware right there, they had it for just a bit. It's such a beautiful trophy. But he said, my coach and I got in the car afterwards. We answered like 100 texts from people that cared about us college coaches. And then we went immediately to the mail store. We went right to the shipping store and packaged it up. We didn't know how to bring it onto a plane. They only had the trophy with them for about an hour and then shipped it back to Florida.
Oh, man.
So what a cool weekend it was last weekend.
Yeah, that was exciting. We had a lot of really good action.
There's a little bit of drama, replays and overturned calls and using a replay too early only to need it again later in games, coaches crying, all sorts of fun. Am I right on some of that?
The coaches crying, that's fun.
In-game interviews.
Yeah, it's exhausting. The week is exhausting, which is part of what makes being here so fun. Is these athletes are just, they are given everything left in the tank and putting it all out there for a national championship, and so much about it is just the grind through the end of it, and the coaches as well. They've put so much into this whole season, tournament after tournament, weekends, traveling, and this is where they want to be.
Pretty pitch, a screwball, hits the outside corner. 2-2 the count. I guess I should give some context. It was Johnny Manetta, and it was the head coach of Rock Gold, and I shared with him that in the biographical questionnaire, one of his players said that I would not be where I am today without my parents and Coach Johnny. He's the reason I'm playing softball. He is, in part, the reason that I am the woman I am today. And I said, what does that mean to you when you hear one of your athletes say that, as we take one more look at this? And he couldn't answer the question, folks. I didn't mean to, but I made him cry. And he's a large, scary man, and he was to tears, and that just tells you how much these coaches love these players. I did double down, though. Once I did it, I actually read it again for our audience and made him cry the second time, I have to admit. 3-2 the count. Ellie's had a good day. It's been an active day. It's making the defense work a sack bunch. He also singled and stole a base, Ellie Mitchell. And these at-bats for Ellie, no pitcher likes to deal with them. Pitch number 7 coming home. Yep, nobody likes it. Pitchers don't like it, Ellie. You know that they don't.
And Ellie was battling in her last at-bat when Thompson was thrown out stealing, so this is essentially her 4th at-bat of this ball game.
She's got the old school, just war boots on, too. No fancy logos, no colors. Just let's go play softball, shall we? Bouncing ball, what an at-bat. I mean, twice in a row we've seen this. She takes those black softball boots down to first and goes to work. 8-pitch at-bat and her 2nd hit in a row.
And look what she does with this. Instead of trying to go into that 5-6 hole like she had been doing before, Cordova was pulled into that hole, so she brings it up the middle and goes up to the left side of Cordova. Just great placement.
Kennedy Cuthbert, KC, is 0 for 2. One swing of the bat, and this is the kind of power we will have a tie game. She really possesses that big home run power. So she's pitched carefully, 1-1 the count to Kennedy. Just to remind you, 14 home runs during her high school season as a 7th grader playing varsity softball. She loves watching Amanda Lorenz play. She said, I aspire to be like her on the softball field. 2-1 the count on Kennedy. Oh, boy, that was the swing and the pitch.
Our coach says she has a deadly swing. Everyone knows it. The bat speed. Look at the speed through the zone.
This ought to be fun now. What do? Spin one, you change it up. The 2-2. How about a screwball over the inside corner, and she froze her. Oh, the spin on that pitch.
And I love the idea behind this because you've got this big swinging power hitter up there, and pitchers often shy away from the inside zone because the hitter will turn on it hitting a mile. Instead, Allaire goes right at the hands and just freezes her.
That literally, though, I mean, to give her credit, is that strike 1 to Ansley Brown. That had such deep spin on it. It looked like it went from batter's box to batter's box.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got a little bit of bend in her wrist, a little bit of bend in the elbow, and is really able to create an angle and movement. So it's got some good spin, some good speed, and good movement.
There will be more good pitches, but that's her pitch of the game thus far. I think that's strike 3, only because it is a home run waiting to happen. It really is. Softball's flying, winds in the favor of the hitters, and she came up with a huge pitch after the leadoff single. No balls and 2 strikes to count on Ansley Brown. Drove in a run back in the 1st inning. Elevated, popped up. Is there room? There is, right up against the screen. We've called Doherty's name a couple of times. They hit for Doherty, so we don't speak of her in the lineup. She threw out a runner trying to steal, now makes a fine play up against the backstop.
Now batting, first baseman.
That was a real nice play of finding the backstop and just staying concentrated and bringing that ball in. That's just tough to do when you're wearing all that gear, the mask's on, and you're trying to find that ball and make that catch.
Madison McHenry. Lauren Doherty defensively a star as she frames that one up. She's from Lauren, Winter Spring, Florida, the catcher. Tampa Mustangs catcher would love to play at OU if she's given a chance. Got some thoughts too, Lauren did, on what she's learned as a catcher this summer. Sets right against the screen. She said, Lauren, Sharon, I've learned how to control the field more. Use my voice as a catcher. I understand now from practices and live game events that if I use my voice to tell my team where to go, they'll listen to me. They're looking for me to help them. Those are the words of the catcher, Lauren Doherty. As that one is high. And Lauren's made a couple of key plays here in the last 2 innings. Daughter of Shelly and Donnie. Older sisters are Amber and Maddie. High fly ball toward the wall in center field against the base of the wall. That ball crushed by McHenry. The double plates a run. It's a 3-2 score. Second hit from Madison. The Bolts climbing back in.
I thought for a second, Darren, and that was your shot. This one closer off the fence in center field. And the speed home. Mitchell with 2 outs. She's off on contact and brings the Bolts within 1.
Madison Kokoska. Single popped up to the first baseman. 0-1 the count on Maddie. Well, this is a good one. You love when championship games play out like this. That dog is from Nashville. One and one the count. Allow me to correct myself. Kokoska is actually from Sugar Hill, Georgia. She rules that one foul. The daughter of Michael and Michelle. Her older sis is 17 years old, and she plays softball too for the EC Bullets. Madison battled back from a pretty serious shoulder injury, broke her shoulder, had to have a full season that she missed. Therapy comes up empty that time though. Well, we're getting closer to handing out some hardware. It's getting late, and what a game we have. 3-2 is the final score. That ball crushed. McHenry nearly rode it out of here. Dusting off that hardware. Who wants it?
'Cause we're California. I long to wrap my arms around you. Wanna love and renew you. Do all the things we used to do. Feel my toes in the sand, let my hair in the wind, and feel the love that we once shared. Here we come, California. Come and bring us back to life.
What a celebration of the sport, whether you're coming from the South, the deep South, from Birmingham, from Georgia, from Alabama. You're making it from the West Coast of Florida, this is a true West Coast Florida team in Tampa. But we're on the West Coast of North America. Here in beautiful Southern California, where the shades and the sunscreen are all you need. Looking forward to calling her championship in about 8 years.
Pynes.
At 10U, she'll be there for the 10U title game. What a cutie. Brindley Alford. Be careful here. This is lightning in a bottle in Emma Pynes. Emma doesn't give us much chance to talk about her. Her mom spoke very highly of her. She's doubled, she's singled, she scored a run, she's driven in a run. 1-1 the count to Emma. Emma would love to play for Alabama someday. Not interested. Pitched very carefully. Her dad's name is Ben, by the way. We've met Beth, her mom. By the way, Mom, her coach, played softball at Bishop State Community College. Brother's going to be a freshman at South Carolina Upstate. It's a high fly ball toward the alley in right center field. Not an easy sun sky. So for Paige Welsh, that's a nice play. Paige looking right at that sun. Nice job.
Yeah, she had to run a long way for that as well. So running it and tracking it up in the sun.
Now batting, right fielder, number 11, Maddie Ryder.
Madison Ryder. Maddie has a single. She's got a sac bunt as well. Pitcher, outfielder, playing outfield in this game, playing right field. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter. Really good pitch, just off the plate on the inner half.
And this is one of the toughest types of hitters to face, is the really quick slapper who can use the short game bunt and can swing with some pop. Maddie can do that all.
Little roller. Nice pitch away, a little drop ball on the outer half. Almost elicited a half swing, really fooled her. Good pitch. Unable to commit because of the success of this pitch.
Number 50, Sabrina.
Yep, doesn't quite like it, but does have 2 strikes, so has to protect and is able to put it in play. Just right back at Alford, who's able to get the out.
Oh, there's no better feeling. And you would know this as well as anyone, that a pitcher in the circle, when you have one look like it was almost just flipped underhand back to you that you're playing. And there's no worse feeling for a hitter. That's trying to get that hitter in the rocking chair, though. Get him uncomfortable, get him to commit. 1-1 the count on Sabrina Boyer. Got a souvenir. Last year, newcomer athlete on her varsity softball team, Sabrina. 1-2 the count. Boyer loves science. He said, I love to dissect things. I also love Spanish, and my Spanish teacher, Mrs. Riviera, has been an impactful one. Well, what a backhanded play. Smooth job by Kennedy Cuthbert out there. That's a 1-2-3 inning. As a matter of fact, that's 2, 5, 8 in a row sat down. Oh, Kennedy, KC getting it done at the hot corner. Never shy away from a soapbox, so here goes. All of us on the production team for this event that get invited back each and every year never take it for granted. We love Dan, who you can see next to our leader, our fearless leader in charge, John Walsh, on the production side. But Dan Hay, Garrett Hay, Brett Denayo on campus during this event. And then a lot of our team that some is local, a lot come from the heart of America. Most of them are the highest level of talent for professional sports for the networks, but we all keep signing on for this event. We love Dan, we love these athletes, and the opportunity to be around something, making an impact, by the way. The John Wayne Cancer Institute, this event now has raised over $1 million for the fight against cancer. And so for us, I speak on behalf of our production team. It's always fun to get invited back. For me, this is my 13th year being able to do it. John's been right here with me. Amanda, you've been right there with, decade plus. And this is such a good production team. We are so spoiled. The entire crew capturing moments like that. A wonderful play. Alyssa trickling into foul territory. Not an easy play, and she made it. Gibby's on it. Some makeshift shade he's got going over there, too.
I like that. Ooh, good communication and good follow through. That's a tough play.
33 in for 6. 33 for 6. Come on,
Rick's down there getting the action. He's got some sort of division series hat on. One of the 7,500. Ken's out there. Got the scissor lift going on. Autumn Hallen takes the opportunity. Look out, Autumn has to back out of there. She gets the call off the bench. Autumn to go to work for the Birmingham Thunderbolts. Ben doing a great job. As Autumn takes, and that one misses. It's always fun to get the call. Hallen is from Wetumpka, Alabama. Wetumpka High School. She'd love to play for the University of South Alabama. Andy and Stephanie, her parents. Autumn Holland. First year playing with the Bolts. Dad played football and baseball. She's an AB honor roll student. Autumn got a walk heading for Savannah. Xavier.
Now batting, right fielder, number 44.
Paige Welch now.
Welch.
They may run for Autumn out there. I think they'll do that. Savannah may re-enter the game.
Re-enter 6. Re-enter 6.
Courtesy runner.
Cart's the best.
Number 6, Savannah Sevier.
He's not about to show anybody his secrets. That's down the left field area. He recently shot an intense, long baseball event with me as well. Few as talented as he is. That one popped to the right side. Paige Welch. So Paige has singled, scored, stolen a base, struck out looking, fly to left field. Hit hard on the line. They could get two. They do. When you're up by a run and you're late in the game, oh my goodness, outs are at such a premium. And when you can get two with one fierce swing of the bat, you'll take it every day of the week, especially on title day. Ken Kay handling things on the scissor lift, part of our two-man team out there. That's a pro right there. Tommy and I actually worked together many years ago, even though he still looks like he's 25. He was around when I was announcing Brewers, and I'm like 70 now, so he's a veteran of PGF. We love our production team. And then, of course, our expert, voice of college softball, voice of PGF. Soon to be voice on the Big Ten Network as well as UCLA makes the move. She's mad at me that I said that. But Big Ten Network, you're listening. You got a good one out here. Give her a call, Amanda Freed, UCLA alum. She'll cover your baseball broadcast too as well. 1-0 the count. Well, you asked me to speak it into existence, so I figured I'd try.
Oh God, there's so much going on right now with all that stuff. It'll be interesting.
Popped up to the right side. As this one gets later and later, this has turned out to be a fabulous game. And I think we have to give a lot of credit, whether it's Kokoska, Alford, or whether it's Bordage or Allaire. Those are the four pitchers that have kept it at such a pretty 3-2 game. And the funny thing is, there's been a lot of pressure. A lot of base runners, a lot of traffic, and these pitchers have wiggled off the hook a bunch, which means credit to the defense, too.
Oh, I was going to say, we've seen some really nice defensive plays behind the pitchers who are throwing really nice pitches and just not allowing a lot of free passes.
And, of course, they're doing it in support of Brianna Williams, who is looking on as that one misses outside. Well, if you're Tampa, you're those Mustangs. If ever you would love anything right now under that summertime Christmas tree, it's an add-on run or two. Lifted, center field. Looking into that sun and making the plays, Ellie Mitchell. So here in Southern California, if you've ever happened to flip around, maybe you have, wherever you are in the country, you flip around your Major League Baseball package. Whenever you watch Angels games on TV, they always basically talk, this is how many batters till Shohei Ohtani hits. Well, the Bolts have that same situation as that one swung right through, because Kennedy Cuthbert is due to hit. Kennedy Cuthbert is due up third. And there within lies the opportunity to knock one out. I mean, a true power hitter. She's due up third in the inning. That one's to the right side. Darby Payne! Wow, Paige Welch. Incredible job coming in, leaving her feet.
That's been a really active game for Welch.
Now batting, second baseman.
But this is a huge play. I mean, if that ball gets by her, that's a double, maybe a triple, but she lays out confidently, makes that catch. She knows, too, if she can keep her team within one, they've got a real good chance.
High pop up. Cuthbert is due up third in the inning. A great play in right field, a nice play at third. The most dangerous hitter on the field is due up third. One last shot for the Bolts. What a play in right field. What an incredible play made in right field. I mean, just every step of the way to create some momentum, too. An amazing job out there and a great play. Madison Kokoska went out there and was working. She was a DP earlier, playing right field out there in place of Paige Welch, and then the power and the danger in the bat of Kennedy Cuthbert. We initially said that play was made by Welch, who was Kokoska, who also has pitched in this game. Either way, an incredible play.
Right.
Asher Thompson.
Asher Thompson first. There's a lot of talent in front of Kennedy, by the way. Asher, remember, hurt that hand, so it'd be the left hand. She's got the tape around the couple of fingers at the bottom of the bat. Screwball, strike one. Asher was trying to slide, head first slide in the hand. Got in a little bit tight with Walissa as she went to apply the tag, her spikes. Hits it hard out to her counterpart. It's short, one away. Cordova, who tripled earlier in this game, there was not a moment to blink. That was a bolt.
Yeah, that was an absolute laser off the bat and just sits on it. Cordova over at shortstop. Getting down to keep that thing in front. Throws a quick strike over to first for a big first out of this inning.
Over the outside corner, strike one. It's been an Ellie Mitchell odyssey when you deal with her. I mean, jumping ahead, strike one means nothing. She is so confident, Ellie Mitchell. She also had a sac bunt in the first inning. Couple of base hits. 7, 8, 9 pitch at bats. 1-1 the count. Won't expand the zone. It's been a treat to watch the center fielder play. Both center fielders great in this game. Emma Pynes and Ellie Mitchell both. Line drive, a 3-hit day. What a pleasure. What a pleasure to watch her play. And she does so ahead of Kennedy Cuthbert.
And all her hits up the middle, opposite field. She stays in so nicely.
They have held Cuthbert at bay. A couple of strikeouts and a fly out to left field. And they've stayed in there. They don't want her to get those arms extended. Strike one. One of the most elite power hitters in all of the state of Alabama at the high school level, and she was in junior high this past season.
Everyone talking out there, D.
What are they talking about?
Probably situationally, just going over her options and not to get too big for the situation. I mean, it's really easy to want to swing that bat and hit the ball over and you get your team ahead by one, but really it's just making solid contact, station to station hitting, the simple things. They need one run to tie this ball game.
Right back in on the hand. She kept it fair. Kennedy kept it fair. She's looking for two. Into second, it's a double for Cuthbert. The strength to keep that softball fair, that was way in.
And she made the adjustment on this pitch. That was in on her hands, but she turns hard. And that's how much power and bat speed she has in this swing. She's able to muscle this ball just fair and over Rosario's head at third. And the wheels Mitchell has going all the way first to third to draw that throw over and allow Cuthbert over to second.
Well, I think you were right on the money, too, by the way. You don't have to knock it out of here. We don't need a hero. What a great job of coaching. And I think she sold out in. I think she just committed. They're pitching me in, they're going to, and she just sold out. And she was rewarded for selling out. Oh, what a clutch at bat. And you knew she was coming. You knew that that dangerous hitter had an offer, and you knew she was due. She went out and got that before it could come further in.
Yeah, because it wasn't like she just wasn't swinging. She looked uncomfortable inside. So as a pitcher, I would stay there because she hadn't shown me that she was making an adjustment. She doesn't look like she likes it, so I'm going to make it even more uncomfortable.
Slap situation with this hitter who slapped in a run back in the first. 1-0 the count as that one sails high. This is Ansley Brown. She also stole a base after she drove in a run in the first, reached on a miscue, and popped out to the catcher. And that's exactly what Tampa wants now. They'd love to replicate that pop up to the catcher. Tough to strike out. Bouncing ball, foul ball. To end this game, to win this game in this inning, now a massive uphill battle for Tampa.
Yeah, this is really uncomfortable as a defender with that slapper up on contact. Mitchell's going to be looking to score, especially if she can get that high hop off the bat of Brown with Cuthbert right behind her.
She's defensed that way. They swing all the way around. 2-1 the count. Pitches up like that, they're looking to get her to elevate one in the air, right?
Yeah, give us a simple one, a simple ball in the air, get that second out.
A lot of room in right center as they defense the slap the other way. 2-2 the count. Wrap that one around the outside corner.
This is a pretty screwball right on the outside corner.
There's Doherty, by the way, showing up, framing a pitch beautifully, stealing a strike. What a game she's had as a catcher. 2-2. We'll do it again. Addison Larry looking to come up with a massive strikeout against a contact slap hitter. She'd take a one-hopper to first, but my guess is there still would have to be a play at the plate that Mitchell would give it a go.
Ooh, good job fighting that one off. This is a big out, too, because right behind her is McHenry. She's had a great day with a couple of hits as well, including a double just off the end of the bat.
Well, you talk about being out on the tightrope and just grabbing hold as she went further. Runners on second and third. Your tying run right there at third. 2-2 bouncing ball. It's played. Not in time. Interesting development, though, for my money. You tell me. Runners don't advance. Does Mitchell take a chance there? That's a slow bouncing ball. You got to make them make that play at home.
I think that's the conversation immediately following with Coach. Was as soon as you see that ball down in the dirt, you have to react and go. I know it's tough because it looks like it's right back to the pitcher, but you got to judge the height and take off and make them make a play because Cuthbert's right behind you, and she'll take your place over at third, but there would not have been a shot at home at Mitchell had she gone.
And as much as now the pressure is really on, that gives just a little bit of life for Addison in the circle. She does deal with McHenry, who she has not struck out. She has a single, she's got a double, she's got an RBI. But right on right, you may be hunting that strikeout. 0-2 the count. What are you throwing here? You've watched her for quite a while now.
I think she might go with that up pitch. She's been really successful about the shoulders.
Okay. Yeah, that's giving it a shot at the strikeout.
You're going for a muscle fly ball, an infield fly, something shallow, or the strikeout.
Checked her swing. Did she go around? Did she go around? They want to know if she went around. They need an appeal. They're waiting on an appeal. She went around. Strike three. And a good call. Looked like it with the naked eye. What a huge strikeout. She changed up on her. Oh, yeah.
Talk about a clutch pitch at the perfect time. We have not seen really nice off-speed pitches really throughout this ball game, and that's probably the most effective one that we've seen. Down in the dirt, so well placed. Nice job keeping it in front. And a big second out.
Big second out. One more to go, though. Madison Kokoska flies it to center field. A bases-loaded jam is put aside. It's the title for the Tampa Mustangs. Backs against the wall. They do it. They are victorious. They bring the hardware back to the west coast of Florida as the Mustangs are the 14U Platinum Division PGF National Champs. What an incredible job by Tampa. All sorts of chances to tie and or take the lead in this game. And Addison O'Leary got out of it. Her defense helped her get out of it. By the way, Lauren Doherty blocking up that dirt ball on strike three. Incredible.
Such a gutsy final half inning, top of the seventh. To load the bases, well done by the Bolts. 3 base hits in that inning, wasn't able to score.
Here.
But the defense.
Unable to score here.
And that would have been the game changer, taken off, taken home on that, but instead bases loaded. You still feel like you have an opportunity, but that change-up strikeout and then this fly ball to end the ball game. The Mustangs get out of a huge jam.
Well, that's about as good as it gets there to get out of that mess. So many people we could talk to. It doesn't matter. We could talk to Addison. We could talk to Lauren Doherty, who was incredible in the circle. But let's talk to center fielder Emma Pynes. Emma, congratulations on your team's championship.
Thank you.
So you're out there, right? And that ball's heading to you. It's a stunner that you guys got out of this inning. Talk to me a little bit about how you watched this inning as a defender in your mind.
I was very nervous. I was just like, we need to get out without them scoring. And I was just like really glad that we got out of it and we won.
And Emma, you just started this game off with that double. You came back with another base hit. I mean, you were just seeing the ball so well. Talk about your approach at the plate and being that non-typical leadoff hitter, but what you're able to do was so special for this team.
I try to get something going, And I always know when I get something going for my team, they always are back behind me. And they always
come in
have
behind
me,
you. Bring them in right now back behind you. There you go. Excellent stuff. They do have your backs.
Yeah.
Hey, Emma, do me a favor. Turn around and grab Lauren Doherty and bring her in the shot. Doherty was outstanding. Just tell her we're proud of the way she caught the game.
We're proud of the way you caught the game.
Great stuff. Hey, congratulations, Emma. We really appreciate it. Take that trophy back to Florida.
Thank you.
Emma Pynes, the championship. Lauren spoke on behalf of all of us. She was proud for us. I thought that was neat. That was a fun moment. Hey, listen, we're going to bring it right back to you right here. If you're watching on Flow Sports, certainly we're glad you're finding us, and we'll be at the 12U title game coming up in about a half hour, but you may as well just find us. You got to know our production team in this broadcast. Now you know why we're so proud to do what we do. It's plays like that, moments like that, athletes that care so much. Incredible. On behalf of our John Walsh-led entire production team, out here in Southern California from around the United States. And Amanda Freed, one of the great voices of softball that you'll find anywhere. My name is Darren Sutton. The Tampa Mustangs and a nail biter. How'd they do it? They win it all, the 14U Platinum title game. See you soon.